Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Random Encounters Guild. We're back this evening with more Kinless, the solo Viking Mortborg game. We're still working on our upcoming projects. Kevin was at Gen Con this weekend, uh, buying all the games at all the booths and doing all the cool stuff that Kevin does when he goes to Gen Con. Um, so uh, So Traveler is still forthcoming. We are going to be bringing that out pretty soon. We're working on graphics and overlays and such as that. So that's coming up. Um, as for the off weeks, I haven't decided what I'm going to run. I would love to. We've got some ideas cooking. There was a mention in the server to try the Dresden files in the Fate system, and I've got no problem with that. We may look into to running that. I've never read the books, so I don't really know too much of the story, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I know we have James, who is our resident Fate expert, so I don't know if he would be willing to run it, but if not, I could run it. But I also have X-Crawl Classics. I would really love to run that. That's a really cool offset of Dungeon Crawl Classics. But tonight we're back with more of Kinless, our solo Viking board game. That is we're several. This is episode 9, so. Where we left off last time, Einar had made his way across the river and started working his way back north. Although he kind of felt kind of weird about it because that's where the village is. He was kind of concerned about the closer north he gets, the closer to this village he is, and he may run into people who know that he shouldn't be up there. But they were hunting and doing some stuff around the northwest side of the map, and we're going to fast track our way back south, just like I did last week. There's no real reason. If this was just me sitting at a table and playing this by myself, that would be one thing to go through each hex and play it out. But as it stands, being on stream, I don't really want to subject anybody watching this to me slogging through each hex. But there is some things down in the south that we didn't even touch on. We didn't even go too far south, and I just thought it would be fun to head that way. And so we're going to make our way down into the warmer climates, where we're not going to get our bonuses as a Viking, and our cold temperatures. We're not going to get the bonus that we've been enjoying all this time. But it's also a new area of the map that we haven't really explored. So we are going to. We're going to be making our way down to the southern coast, actually, and they're going to stay on the western side of the map and not travel across the river again. But yeah, they spend several days. I mean, it takes a week. The guys, Einar and Griff and Joran and Anar. You know what? I'm tired of Anar. I'm going to roll my chance cubes. Anar is useless, and he just makes it hard to hunt. So I'm going to roll my chance cubes, and if it comes up red, Griff kills Anar in his sleep. You're not going to believe this, so I'm going to show it to you. Three reds. So Griff has killed Anar. And we don't have to deal with him anymore. He didn't have a weapon, was useless in combat. I'm tired of dragging him around this map. So we're going to so Griffin, Joran, and Einar have made their way south. They're down in the muggy, humid swamp area. It's real. It's not cool down here. It's kind of nasty actually. It's muggy and swampy. Let me get to the page that I need to get to. Banks of rolling fog sweep over the soggy landscape. A thick mud is a sickening mix of silt, sand, brackish water, and the slow decay of life. Ancient and crumbling burial mounds sink into deadly sucking mud. Large buzzing insects hang in clouds above, constantly coming down to sample any who dare come along. Downy birch trees, twisted and gnarled, sprout out of the swamp, seemingly at random. And I'm gonna say we've come down this way, and there's one night we make camp, and we're hanging out by the campfire. And maybe Einar isn't too happy with Griff for killing Anar. Maybe it's not what he would have done, maybe, but he didn't like Anar. But but maybe they're not really. Maybe they're having discussions about that, and from the darkness of the swamp, they hear a voice that Griff and Joran do not know, but Einar knows. And coming out of the darkness is Kabira, the witch of the woods that helped Einar kill the Rim Bear. And we're on screen there now, Jenna. I'm bringing in my good friend Jenna, who has guested with me before, and she's back as the witch Kabira, who apparently has amazing plot armor and cannot be killed. But
I'm just that good.
So so Einar will, like, of course they all jump up and they're startled, but Einar tells them to relax. He recognizes you, and he asks, what brings you to the south? I didn't think you came this far south.
I do as I please.
Oh, that's no doubt.
You helped me with that damn bear. There's another problem down here. Little thorn in my side. Thought I'd get your help once again.
Of course. We're just we're exploring, just making our way through the land. If there's a chance for some reward, then we would be more than happy to assist you.
Well, I'm certainly not going to reward you, but you can keep whatever we find. I'm not interested in this trinkets.
Okay. What is it that we're looking at? This entire place seems haunted in some way. It's not a very comfortable location. I can't imagine whatever it is you're going after is an easy task.
Hard or easy has nothing to do with it. It's how irritating this particular individual has been. If you would like to just kind of read the description from the book at this point.
So
you can do it in a cranky old lady voice if you want to.
what we're going to do, and this is again, I'm fast tracking things. I'm skipping die rolls to make these events happen, just so it's an interesting stream. So we're going to do the legendary encounter down in the swamps, in the Restless Swamp, called Hidden Dread. We're going into a crypt where where Seid Seidrmadur, Sidrmadur, the Heretic King, is apparently some kind of a Lich King, and is raising Draugr. He has this crypt full of Vikings that he is raising to protect him and to do his bidding. And apparently Kabira is not pleased with, I don't know, maybe he's taking some of her targets. But yeah, we're going to, this evening, we're going to do a old-fashioned dungeon crawl. We're going into a crypt and going to fight Draugr and a Lich King. And we're going to have Griff and Joran with us, so it's going to be the four of us going in. So on the so on our, like, I'm assuming we can rest for the night, and then we'll go find this this crypt in the morning instead of coming at it at night. It would probably be the best idea, I think.
I mean, that makes sense to me. I have a cursory understanding of liches. I don't know if it's even the same in this.
It doesn't matter, but there's no sense in wandering around in a swamp in the middle of the night.
Right, perfect. Well, of course, there's no sense in wandering around the swamp in the middle of the night. Ridiculous.
So they take a break and rest for the evening, and I don't remember where I had my hit points. They're almost full. I'm gonna go ahead and bring those back up. Just because, like I said, it's been over a week. I'm gonna go ahead and put my hit points up.
Yeah, I'm sure you've healed at some point.
And I no longer have my axe, but now I have a spear. I remember that. I never changed it here on my sheet. I'll have to look up what the damage is for a spear. But yeah, my axe got lost last session due to a critical fumble.
I remember that.
So yeah, they rest up for the evening, and they all three of them are woken up by Kabira kicking them and telling them to get going. And she leads them through the swamp. She knows exactly where the crypt is, and she even is powerful enough to open the door. There's a seal on the door, and as the seal breaks, fetid air hisses outward, and the dead begin to stir. Vengeful whispers slither through the air as cruel hexes, unspoken for eons, chitter and creep out from the depths of the sunken, crumbling black stone tomb. Born out of the creeping whispers and lamentations of their speakers, a suffocating miasma of ancient death and disease overpowers our senses. Tired of the rotting decay they have long supped upon, a host of mites and other flying and buzzing carrion seize on the opportunity to consume fresh flesh. Hazy cloud of disease and flying things momentarily blind us as further in the already darkened lair. Uh, Einar's foot catches a loose stone and he staggers back, tumbling down and away from the frenzied cloud of blood sucking parasites, and Kabira and Gryffindor follow him down. A wet thud at the back of Einar's head rings like a great bell. In the dark recesses of the tomb, his vision is fuzzy and his senses are consumed by the black cloud of droning insects and the slick, wet stone of the chamber upon his back. Covering his exposed areas of flesh, you swat your hands through the cloud, attempting to clear as you stand. Long entrapped, the bloodthirsty mites bite and thirst upon your sanguinity. My gosh, these words. Before tiring of your resistance, and smelling the scent of fresh air. Hastily, the cloud advances up the passage we descended only moments before. Einar's eyes snap back to the entry ahead of him as he hears the unmistakable sound of bones scraping against stone. The clinking, chime-like sound echoes through the old crypt. As he takes a single step backward, he hears a step forward in time with his step back. Something is pursuing him. He grits his teeth and pulls his spear. Through the darkness, he sees a tall form. It stands taller than him, but far more slender. Whether provided by his own torch or by the faintness of the day behind him, the form slowly advances into the light. The yellow white of old bones, long freed from their flesh, shines in the dark gloom. A death's head visage with jagged teeth and a long broken gash across its face hisses as it moves ever closer. This is a Draugr. These are once human, now raised from the dead. Einar looks at Kabira and he says, "What is dead shall die again," and he charges forward. There's a cacophony of steel against ancient pig iron rings out loudly against the stone as our weapons meet in battle. The maelstrom of fury crescendos as Einar crashes through the Draugr, sending its bones scattering across the tomb they rose from. A dry, cackling laugh emanates from deep within the darkness. Seconds later, a chorus of bones scraping and rising answers the laughter of their ancient master. "Come, warrior, your bones will make for a better guard than Grim Kiktel ever did." The shrill, rattling voice sounds like wind passing through dry autumn leaves. "You who were uninvited, your new brothers shall show you the way of things." The voice cackles as more hissing and scraping creeps out from somewhere beyond our sight. Fully entrenched in the darkness, with the fading light of day far behind us, Einar's eyes adjust to reveal a great figure at the center of the chamber, sitting lazily upon a basalt throne. Ancient brass plates and rings adorn the large figure. His helm is archaic and terrible, shining with an unmistakable polish that reveals his station. This king has sunken deep beneath the wet earth, and his reign has gone long unchallenged. The figure from upon the chair raises as his warriors move around him slowly. This terrible host shambles forward, some dragging their ancient rotted blades, others shouldering cruel battle axes. One brutish figure seems to wield nothing more than a large rock. With careless and frightening ease, the dead man raises the stone high. Hate feels Einar's blood once again. Let the dead guard their kin. Einar has no brothers anymore. So we're going to kick this off. We have the Heretic King. Let me see here. It doesn't say how many guards. That's odd.
So,
okay,
like,
we're gonna say there's
that?
2 guards. There's 2 Draugr guards. Where Jenna and I were discussing this before going live. How to pronounce Draugr. Draugr. I say it the way Skyrim says it. Apparently, I lost Jenna. Jenna, are you there? All right, I'm gonna go to. Oh, there she is.
I thought you cut out, and then it like I saw the spinning, and I was like, "Oh, nope, me."
So, yeah, I was trying to figure out how many guards. It just says when 2 guards are destroyed, he just summons D3 more.
But it
But
doesn't
he
say
can
how
only
many
do that
exactly.
once. So I'm going to say there's 2 guards. There's this brute who is about to throw a rock at us. And the king is sitting upon his throne, but he does not engage in combat with lesser beings unless he has to. So first things first here, we're going to roll initiative. And I'm going to give you the honor there, Jenna, if you would like to roll me a d6.
Sure. Let's see, what would Kabira use? Let's do this one. Where's my... Here we go. 4.
Excellent. That means we go first.
Yeah,
So,
sounds good.
and our order of combat is up to us. If Kabira wants to kick things off with a spell, we can do that, or we can do some arrows. Einar, Griff, and Jordan all have bows, so we can do range combat. It's up to us. The order of combat is our choice.
Wait, you said I thought one of them was dead. I thought we only had 1 NPC.
No, we've got 2. I had 3. I've been dragging around this anchor named Anar that didn't have a weapon and was useless in combat, and that's who I killed off because I'm tired of dealing with it.
Gotcha. Okay. Can you? The one thing that is not on my character sheet that makes sense that it's not is we were using the boons as her spells, like the magic that she could do, and since that's not on the regular character sheet, I don't actually know what they are.
Yeah. Here, let me. I don't know if it will let me share this with you because it may be too big. But I'm gonna try.
We shall see. I should have seen that earlier. I went, oh, cool. I got my character sheet up. I'm good to go. And now I'm looking at the character sheet going, wait a minute. There's no
No, the
magic on
file's too
here.
big. I was gonna send you the rules, but the file is too big.
Can you just take maybe a screenshot of the boons section and I can go from there?
Yeah.
Why don't we say, I remember there was some kind of buff I could do, like a +1 to your roll or something like that? Or a debuff for the bad guy? If there's a debuff, I would go first and start with that, I think.
Raven's Flight, your faith in the gods bolsters you, gain +1 morale bonus on one test today. Find a way or make one. Invoke this before battle, and you will not be broken until reaching -5 hit points. Put your back into the ore. Invoking this boon doubles your movements across water for 1 day. The Pursuit of Vikings. Invoking this boon negates any penalties incurred when moving through challenging hexes. Raise your horns. Invoking this boon offers a companion. After a companion falls in battle, will increase your favor by +1. Shield Wall. Use this before entering combat with a companion. You may shift up to +2 from attack to defense for 1 combat. And then there's invoking the gods. Let me just get these. So yeah, invoking the gods is not really. I don't see one that just it'll give you a bonus, but not everybody else.
Well, I think we were running it so that I, as the spellcaster, would do those things for other people.
Yeah.
Like I could.
I think
cast
it was
on
Raven's
you.
Flight. I think it was this Raven's Flight. Gain a +1 morale bonus on 1 test. So, but let me grab this. Let me grab a screenshot real quick and send you these boons. Page 25 of the core rule book.
Here we go. Got it.
There's the second page. That should be all of them that's in the book. And like I said, we're doing some, like, I can get my Dungeon Crawl Classics books out, and we can pull spells out of that willy-nilly if you would like. I'm cool with that if that's what we want to do. But it's just a matter of what we want to, like, we can start firing arrows. You can attack the king, or you can attack one of the other guys.
Oh,
Einar is probably going to attack the brute off the top.
I'm looking at it. I see what I'm going to do. I'm going to, so Mother Kabira is going to be like, you dusty old fart. Would you just die already? And she is going to bang her staff on the ground right in front of her and raise up like the rocks and stone into I'm gonna cast shield wall. So that gives you a +2 to defense for this combat, it says.
Okay.
So I'm playing that like it's for everybody. Like she kind of gives like half cover basically, right? Like um it goes up to like your chest, so you could still like, fire, but you like can duck behind. Um
Okay.
but
Cool.
she's real short and hunched over and old, so it's enough of a shield to cover all of her, and then she just doesn't like you're like 2 feet taller than she is.
All right. Well, that being said, Einar is going to fire. Ooh, okay. Einar will fire his bow. Let me get to. So I'm not going back and forth in the book. Have it on my screen. Um. Here we go. Einar is going to fire his bow at the Draugr brute. And so we're in the south now, so we don't get our +1 bonus. So where's my bloodstone? There's my bloodstone. Here we go. With the bow, it is presence. It's a presence check. So he is going to fire his bow. Come on, baby. That is a 9, which does not hit his 14. I'm gonna put the bloodstone over here. All right, so Griff is going to do the same. They're all going to fire at this this brute who has a large rock that he's about to hurl at us. That is a hit. That's 17 on the die for a hit. With a spear, it is a D6. That is 3 points of damage. It is wearing rotting chainmail, which gets a D3. And it soaked all 3 points of those damages. So, all right, here we go, Joran. All right,
Rude.
16 on the die, so that's another hit for 5 points of damage. And again, he soaked 3, but that's 2 points of damage. So I'm gonna write down brute. And oh gosh, lots of hit points. Lots and lots of hit points. And then there are 2 guards.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure he can't have that many hit points, right? Right?
And we'll go ahead and put the, oh my gosh, the king has a ton of points. Holy shit. This may have been a mistake. Okay, so 2 misses, 1 hit, and the Draugr brute is going to swing a large rock at Einar's head. If I fumble my defense roll, it hits for double damage, and I will take a head wound. So, okay. So I need to beat a 14. And yeah, with the defense roll, you just roll higher than their VR. So here we go. I need to beat a 14. But I get a +2 because of your shield.
Mm-hmm.
15, 13 on the die. Not only do I not get crit upon, I don't even get hit. He undershoots and hits that the shield wall. The two guards start shambling their way forward. They are dragging swords behind them. They close the gap across the room towards us, but they don't get to us close enough to hit us. So that brings it back around to us. We can stay with the same initiative roll, or wait.
You did the.
Do you remember if we roll every round or if we just stick with it? I want to say we stick with it. That's what I've been doing. At the beginning of combat, roll d6 for initiative. Yeah, we don't change it. So Kabira can go again, or the three of us can go again.
I'm going to turn to you and say, see, it's not any worse. It's fine. You can do this. Just stop complaining. And that is going to give you a +1 on your next test, I guess is what they call them, on your next roll.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you a little boost.
All right. That will be useful, I believe. All right, so here we go. He's going to shoot at this brute once again. Or actually, yeah, we got to get rid of this brute. The king is not going to do anything until his guards are dead, so we got to get rid of this brute. All right, that is a hit. That's a 14 on the die. So that's a 18 to hit, which beats their his 13. So that is a hit. D6 for damage. 5 points of damage to his soak. One. So that is 4. All right, good hit. Griff will fire an arrow. That is a 14. So that's an 18 to hit. 14 is good. 1 point of damage, which is soaked by his armor. Nothing he can do about that. Joran rolls and misses. So the brute, I'm going to say he turns and picks up another rock, but in this turn he can't throw it because he's got to pick it up and lift it over his head. However, the two guards get to us.
Okay.
We still have. How long does that shield last? Did it say?
It says use this before entering combat, and then it's for one combat. So that was my first.
Okay, so it's there. As long as we don't go outside of it, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to roll, or why don't you roll a d4 for me?
Sure.
If it's a 1, it's Kabira. 2, it's Einar. 3, it's Griff. 4, it's Jordan.
Well, it's a 1.
So guard number 1 is going to swing a sword at Kabira.
Rude.
So give me a d20 roll.
Sure. I have light furs are my armor here.
Okay.
11. So I'm not sure.
So yeah, that doesn't beat. You were looking for a 15 or higher. So
And
11.
remind me when I'm trying to avoid, it's agility plus the d20.
No, in defense, it's just you're trying to beat his.
Gotcha.
He has
gotcha.
a defense rating, a die roll for his defense, and you're trying to beat that. I believe.
Gotcha.
Let me
That is the one downside of playing so many different games is there's different rules for everything, and I'm like, wait, is this the one where it's a minus? Is this the one where it's...
Yeah, you don't get any bonuses or negatives to defending. Like his defense roll is 15, you have to get 15 or higher.
Well, I got an 11.
With the 2 for the shield, which is still not enough. So he is going to do a d6 of damage. But that is only 1 point of damage, which no matter what you roll on your armor, what did you say your armor does? You know?
Negative D2, so.
Yeah, so you soak it. Your armor soaks it. The second guard is going to come up and it is going to attack Joran. Joran is going to roll his defense and he fails with a 10. So another 1 point of damage, so no damage. So we're back around to Kabira.
I think I remember last time using flaming arrows, and I think that was because there was a like campfire in the setting. I don't think, if I'm remembering right, I don't think her bow, I don't think she just has special arrows.
No, she was lighting arrows on fire.
So there wouldn't...
I wouldn't think that we would go, like, we kind of fast-tracked it. There's actually a map for this crypt. We're 4 rooms deep. So I would assume that we would have lit a lantern.
Or
so if
had
you want to have flaming arrows, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think, yes, I would like to do that. I would like, what did you call the...
There's guards. The thing that just attacked you is a guard, and then the big one is a brute. And then the king is sitting up on his throne just watching.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 2 guards, a brute, and the king.
Kabira, will say, unhand me, you gross, thing. And she's going to take her bow and basically just like aim it straight up at its head as he's like, it's like looming over her, and she just goes, nope. And like, so we're gonna try it.
All right, that'll be a presence roll. So D20 plus whatever your presence is.
My presence is +2, so that's a 19 on the die, so a 21.
All right, yeah, that beats their 14. So, give me a D6.
Sure.
For your damage.
Here's my D6. Here we go. That is 1 damage. I don't remember how we did with the fire and stuff. I think that she should have a spell to like to have fun arrow types, and that would like differentiate some from the boons. I think that would be cool. I think I'll write that. But last time were we doing like +1 or +2 or something like that for
I think it was +2, seemed like.
something, yeah. So that would be 3 damage total.
All right. It's soaked 1, so that drops it down to that. Einar is going to fire his bow at the brute again. He's very concerned about this brute hurling another rock. Oh yes, that is a hit. 17 on the die for 20. 6 points of damage, and it gets a D3 on its soak. 5 points of damage to that sucker. All right.
Yeah, get wrecked.
Yeah, that's a good hit. All right, Griff. Ooh, 18 to hit. That is going to be a hit. No need to add any bonuses. 1 point of damage. Jorn. Jorn's having a bad night. That is like the third 2 in a row that Jorn has rolled. I'm gonna give us a D4 here, and or what? We'll just do it in. We'll do it in chat. That's not how that works. Four. So the brute hurls this rock at Joran. So here we go. We need to beat a 14. Definitely don't need the crit fumble.
I would think not.
We do not beat the 14, but we don't fumble the roll. So Joran is going to take Joran is going to take 2d8. 2, 3. Oh my gosh. 2 and a 1. All right, so 3 points of damage, and his armor. He does not have the rune bear skin. He just has plain old hunter armor. D2. All right, he soaks 2 points of damage, so he only takes 1 point. Guard number 1 is going to swing his sword at Kabira again, since he's standing right there. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna roll my chance cubes. If it's red, he'll go for Kabira. If it's blue, he'll go for Einar. Ooh, 3 red. He goes for Kabira again. So give me a D20.
I'm bigger than you.
Give me a D20. Some things go without saying, Jenna.
Oh, that's a D6. That's not going to work like a D20. 17. I say that as a joke because Kabira is like an old crone.
I remember. Yeah, that beats the 14. So he swings his sword, and she like takes her bow and like just swings it, and knocks the sword away when he swings. Second guard will come after. I'm gonna say maybe he sees Joran just took that hit from a big rock, and so he's going to. But he rolls a 2, so that is a miss. All right, Kabira.
I am going to. What are your weapons that you have? You don't have your axe anymore. So what are you working
I have a
with?
spear and a bow.
Okay. I am going to in I feel like Kabiro is working with like natural, like elemental sort of magics, right? Like she feels a little druid-ish to me.
Yeah.
I'm making this
Yeah,
up
we
as I
set
go.
up as of the woods, as what
Yeah,
we were
yeah, yeah.
calling or something.
So I am going to imbue your spear, I think, um, with let's see, what's something like woodsy, like snake venom, maybe? Would that be cool?
Yeah.
Um, so you do like bonus, uh, like venomous sort of well, necrotic damage is not quite the same thing, I guess, and wouldn't work against a lich, but you know what I mean, like,
Yeah, it would just be poison damage.
mm-hmm.
Um. Oh yeah, it's not. Um. Uh. Well, where are the weapons? I'll worry about it in a minute. All right, so we're gonna say +2 for poison. Okay, and you get 2 actions. So, do you want to kind of step away from this Draugr that is attacking you, or do you want to attack it? I forgot to mention that earlier. You only did 1 action, so
I
if you
only
want
did one
to,
action.
yeah.
Um, I yeah, let's do the I mean, I guess he's right on me, so a knife would make more sense, right? Like, let's try and knife at him a little bit. Give him a little stabby
Okay.
stab. All right, and that is
That will
oh,
be
that's
a strength roll, not presence. That will be strength.
well, I rolled a 9 and her strength is 0, so I don't think it works.
Yeah, it slips through his rib bones. Just doesn't. There's nothing there really for him to come after. Um, Einar knows that his spear is poison, but he also knows if he throws it, he will no longer have it. He will have to leave the.
But you can like
I can go
poke
after one of the guards. He's just been focused on this brute. I can go after this guard that's attacking Kabira. So he is going to. That will be a strength roll again. That is a 19 to hit, which beats that. So he hits for 2 on the die plus 2 points of poison damage. So that's 4 points of damage against its D6 for Ancient Male. All right. All right. Griff will fire an arrow at the brute. Oh,
That's a good phase.
Oh, that is a natural one. And natural ones are really, really bad in this game. Um, that's how Einar lost his father's axe.
Hmm.
Uh, critical rolls, fumbles on attack, flip a coin. If it's heads, he breaks his bow. If it's tails, he loses his bow somehow. So I've got my coin right here. Tails, he loses. Maybe the Draugr standing right next to him, and he knocks it out of his hand. The bow goes scattering. They have. I want to say they have swords. I don't think he's defenseless now, but they have axes, so they have axe. All right, so Joran just took a hit from this guard number 2. He is going to. He keeps missing the brute, so maybe he'll fire at guard number 2 since it's right there. Ooh, 18 on the die, so that's a 21 to hit. 6 on the die for damage, and that dude gets a d6. Soaks 1 point of damage, so he takes 5. Not bad. About time Jordan stepped up and did something. And that brings us back around to the brute. Now that he is out of rock, so he is going to shamble his way towards the shield wall that we've set up. And guard number 1, red is Kabir, blue is Einar. Blue, guard number 1 is going to turn. He just took this hit from Einar, so he's going to turn and attack Einar. Need to beat a 15. Oof. Even with the bonus for the shield, that is not a. He takes that hit. So it's a d6 with the sword. That is 4 points of damage, and Einar may have to pull out the old rage from the rune skin, or frenzy.
Now would be a good time for it.
He soaks 3 points of that, so yeah, I think I'm gonna need to save the frenzy for the actual king. Once we get into it with him, we're going to have a long. So guard number 2. Red it's Griff, blue is Joran. It is Joran. Guard number 2 is going to attack Joran. He rolls. Joran rolls a 9. That does not beat it. So Joran takes that hit for 3 points of damage, and he soaks. He soaks all of it, so he doesn't take any damage. His armor soaks it. That brings us back to Kabir.
Rude.
And go ahead, keep going. I got you in my ears. Keep going. I'm going to grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Gotcha. I am going to. Man, this guy is not. We are not doing great here, huh? I would like to cast. I'm like making up a little list of spells right now, kind of as we play, that are all like forest themed. So the last one I cast, I'm calling Adder's Venom. And this one I'm going to call Winter's Frost. So it will do like a cold, like a icy cold damage kind of
All
thing.
right.
And I am not entirely sure, so I'm like up to suggestions here. Do you think it should do extra damage, or maybe instead of doing extra damage, it like slows them somehow? Like maybe they get a detriment to their defense or
Maybe
something?
it freezes them for 1d3 rounds, and they can't do anything for 1d3 rounds. That sound good?
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. So yeah, I'm going to cast Winter's Frost is my spell.
All right. I'm gonna say that will be a or well, yeah, we weren't having you roll to cast spells, were we?
There isn't anything to roll for them.
Well, I would say it's presence. Um,
Sure.
in this case, since you're doing, we'll say it's gonna do. The presence roll is for them to freeze for 1d3 rounds. They're gonna take, like, what do you think? A d6 of damage?
I think that if it's also has the chance to freeze, this particular one doing less damage makes sense to me. Like maybe it's 1d4 damage instead of a d6, but the ones
Right.
that only do damage would do
They're
more
gonna
so.
take a d4 damage regardless, but then if you pass a presence test, then they get frozen for 1d4 rounds. So give me the d4 for their damage, first of all.
Well,
And
so
who is she hitting?
the one that just took your bow. I rolled a 19 on the die. My presence is +2, so that's a 21 on the presence test.
Okay, so they're freezing. So
the d4 is a 4.
And he soaks 2 of those. So he takes those 2 points of damage, and now another d4, and that's how many rounds he's frozen.
Well, I rolled a 4, so I guess that's 3.
Why's that?
Because you said 1d3 rounds.
No, that was his damage. Oh, what? Okay, yeah, that's fine. So yeah, 3 rounds. 3 rounds frozen. Okay, so Einar, seeing that Kabira has done this, Einar is going to it wasn't Einar that lost his bow, was it?
I thought
it
so,
was Griff.
because you rolled a critical fail.
No, that was Griff.
Oh.
But it's cool. So Einar is going to turn and fire his bow at the brute that is approaching. That is an 18 on the die for 21 to hit, which is a hit. 4 points of damage, and his chainmail is D3. He soaks 1, so that's another 3 points of damage to him. And it is Griff's turn. He pulls his axe, since he's lost his bow, and goes after guard number 2. but he misses. Maybe he gets it hung up in his belt and can't quite get it out. Joran will attack guard number 2. That is a 15 on the die for 18, so that is a successful hit. 4 points of damage. It soaked 1. All right. Dorn is he couldn't do anything with that brute, but he's dealing with this guard.
I mean, that's something.
Okay, the brute makes his way over to this shield wall. I'm gonna say Einar has been kind of really focusing his fire on him, so he's gonna go after Einar, I think.
Makes sense to me.
And he's going to just be the brute throws 2 rocks before switching to fist. Oof. Roll attack and damage twice each round for his punches.
That's a lot.
So I gotta dodge both fists. So all right, here we go. He swings 1 fist at Einar. And Einar throws his D20 in the floor in the dark room. There it is. Natural 20. Natural 20. I want to make sure I remember, because as bad as a fumble is when you're defending, natural 20 when you're defending is just as heavy duty.
I mean, good that you would want it that way.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. I get a free melee attack.
I mean, free attack against this guy's.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than nothing. So Einar dodges the right fist, and he is going to try to quick fire his bow. Yeah. Ooh, that is a hit for 15. Yeah, 15 to hit. And that's 3 points of damage, and I'm gonna say he doesn't soak any of it because it's on a crit.
That's the point.
Yes. Now, left fist. It's not a fumble, but we definitely are gonna take that hit. A D4 plus 2. 1. So 3 points of damage. The rune bear skin soaks 3 points of damage. So we're good. We're still good. Guard number 1 is frozen for this is round number 1. Guard number 2 is going to attempt to attack Joran again. And he misses. He misses. That brings us back to Kabira.
I am so the people that are attacking us are in close combat except the Lich. He's like back, right?
Yeah, the king is sitting on his throne on the other side of the room. And we've got guard number 1 who is frozen. Guard number 2 is attacking Jordan and Griff, and the Brute, who is attacking Einar.
Okay.
But the king has a ton of hit points. I'm just gonna say, if Kabira wants to try and start going after the king and let us deal with these nobodies, it's up to you. But I was shocked when I saw the amount of hit points. I would have never suggested this if I'd seen what we were walking into.
I would like to cast Hornet Swarm. And this one I think is a long distance. Hornets come out of her staff and he gets a bunch of little stings. So I think what you're rolling for is how many hornets sting him, that, and that's the damage. So that's kind of my idea at the moment.
I will say this, I just noticed he has a spell, he's waiting to cast it, it's coming. But it sounds like something Kabira would have. It's called Blasphemous Utterance. It deals 3d4 damage to all living creatures.
Wow. And he's not living, so
make a D4 a DR14 presence test or be stunned for 1 round. So that sounds like something she would have. That is actually a spell here in the book. The Heretic King has that, so that is coming here in the near future for all of us. But I just noticed it and I thought that sounds like something that Kabira would have. So you have that but that would also do. Oh, that would hurt us.
Yeah, it would. Well, here's what I was thinking about the Hornet Swarm. Is I was thinking that we could make it so it is higher damage. Maybe it does 2d6 or 3d6 or something like that. But the hornets will sting anyone in that area. So wherever the area is, they don't differentiate between friend and foe because hornets are assholes.
Okay.
So it's like an AoE.
We can flip this blasphemous utterance and make it against undead creatures for you if you want to do that. Considering that it is a spell here in the book, it is a magic thing here in the book. So I don't know what we would call it. But it will be the same. It would do 3d4 damage to undead creatures instead of living creatures.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Kabira doesn't like undead things. That's canonical about her. Why don't we call it River's Purity or something like that? It's washing away the. And you said 3d4?
3d4 to any undead creature. And they have to make a DR14 presence test or be stunned for 1 round. That means no attacks and their defense is at a -4.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do some River's Purity. Give me that presence test, sir.
Well, first of all, give me the 3d4.
Sure.
Because they're going to take that regardless.
3 4s. That's 12.
Okay, so 12. And I'm going to say, this being magic, this doesn't, their armor, there's no soak here. So the brute falls dead. Guard number 2 falls dead. Guard number 1 is still alive but frozen. But he's
I
barely
do all the
alive.
work around here.
And the heretic king took that. He felt that. So let's. See the way this game works. We're playing fast and loose with the rules here. There's no presence for these guys. So I'm gonna say, you give me a presence check, whatever your presence is. Give me a presence check. If
That's how we did it with the other spell, so sure.
Yeah, if you pass
but I rolled low. It's only a 9.
No, that's good. You're rolling for them. So.
Oh, well, good. Heck 'em.
So that is guard number 1. So he is now frozen for 3 rounds again. He takes another round of frozen, and he can't. His defense is now at a -4. Give me another presence roll for the king.
Well, he rolled an 18, of course.
All right, so he is not stunned.
That does make sense.
But he took some crazy damage. And he recognized that spell, because that is a spell that he has. Einar, seeing this brute fall in front of him, is going to turn and fire his bow at the king. Here we go. What do I gotta beat? 14.
You can do that.
Done it before. I can do it again. That is a 15 on the die for an 18 total. So that is a hit. Einar fires his bow and hits this heretic king, Sidrmadur, for 3 points of damage, and his chainmail does a -d6. So he soaks all 3. Doesn't take it. Griff will swing his battle axe. Guard number 2 is dead. He fell. So Griff is going to swing his battle axe at this guard number 1, who is frozen and takes a -4 to his defense. And he rolled a 19, so it doesn't matter if he has a -4 or not. Yeah, that takes him out. So Griff takes this guard number 1 stunned guard out. Joran will fire at the heretic king. That's a 15. That's a hit. Excellent. That is a 6 on the die for damage, and he soaked 2. So another. All right. However, now it is his turn. The brute is dead. That was the trigger for him to cast Blasphemous Utterance. So we are all going to take 3d4 damage. So let's roll that up.
Well, that's rude.
That is a 1. That is a 1. Here we go. That is a 3. So 5. We all take 5 points of damage. And we all have to pass a DR14 presence. So give me a D20, give me a presence chest there, Kabira.
That is a nat 20 plus 2, 22.
All right, she passed. Not only does she pass, like it's a defense roll, so you get an attack. Like not only do you not get stunned, you take the damage still, but you don't get stunned. I'm gonna say you get a free attack for a natural 20.
Sure. The melee one, I guess.
It depends on what you're gonna do.
I mean,
you're
I
gonna
have
cast a spell.
Oh, well, free spell. I'll never turn that down.
I mean,
let's
yeah, that's what she do.
Let's do the hornet swarm. 2d6 hornets in an area. I think you know which area, the one that he is in. And she just goes, nah, I don't think so. I think this instead. Oh, shoot. I just threw that one. Let's try that again. That is a 6 and a 2, so 8. 8 hornets attack him.
And they do...
I didn't get that far. I mean, they're little, right? So maybe it's just like 8 damage? I think if we were going to make this one more fun, it would actually be like you roll for a bunch of hornets, and if there's multiple targets, then that's like split between the targets, but that's math for right now, so...
Give me a D8 for 8 hornets. We'll say it's 1 hit point each. Give me a D8, and that's how many they connect.
3.
So 3 points of damage, and I'm gonna do his armor soak. He soaked them off.
Of course he did.
All right. Well, I always forget this. He's gonna take at least one. I don't know if that's how the game is supposed to be played, but I hate having an attack hit and then not doing anything.
And nothing happens.
So I always do at least 1 point of damage. So he takes 1 point.
That's something. I mean, that's a free point of damage from...
So Einar rolls his presence check. And fails. So he is stunned for 1 round. Griff is stunned for 1 round. Joran is stunned for 1 round. So Kabira is alone with the Heretic King. And it is her turn. So do something amazing.
Must I do everything myself? I'm gonna try... I guess I'm gonna try freezing him again. So...
I can't believe all 3 of us failed that presence check.
Yeah,
So you're going to try the undead, the river thing?
River's Purity?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so give me 3d4. He's going to take that regardless.
That is 8.
All right, and now give me a presence roll, and you want to roll under what your presence is.
Well, I managed that because I definitely just rolled a 9. And it was a DR 14 presence, so he is
All
stunned for
right.
one
Yeah,
round.
so he is stunned, which means he cannot attack, and he has a defense of -4 for 1 round. So
So I guess for my second action, just try and shoot him with the bow.
yeah, I was about to say this is the round that Einar and Griff and Jorn are frozen. Now you can attack him again, and his defense is a -4. So you can do a melee attack, or you can do another magic attack,
Um,
or you can come up with some game-breaking idea that you want to throw in here, as is your way.
well, I'm trying to make these spells fit within the confines of the game. Okay.
I'm joking, Jenna. Actually, none of us we've taken a little bit of damage, but none of us taken a very serious damage.
Not much, no.
No.
That River's Purity the first time to get rid of the mooks was
Yeah.
pretty heavy. Okay. The next thing that I'm going to do is just I'm just gonna take a straight shot with the bow.
Okay. Give me a D20. Give me a presence test.
That is 14.
That is a hit. Yeah.
I thought his was
Especially with his defense being
lowered. Oh yeah.
yeah.
And that is 5 damage, just regular arrow.
All right. And with that, oh yeah, we like now we're up, and he still takes a -4. Oh, we may have this. Okay. Einar comes out of his stunned, and he fires a bow. He fires an arrow at the king, and rolls a 7. Griff runs over to the king and swings his battle axe because he hasn't located his bow. But he misses. He rolls a 4. Joran, good gosh, coming out of the stun. Maybe we're cross-eyed or something. All right, so we all 3 miss. And it is back to him. Let me see what he does. What does it say that he does? I'm not gonna have him summon more mooks. It says he summons another set of mooks, but we only have
That's kind of boring.
He's supposed to summon another D3 of guards. The Heretic King, in melee, he uses his claw attack. A successful hit requires a DR 14 toughness test to prevent rot. All right. So he is going to, he comes out of his stunned situation, and he's going to he's going to slash his claws at Griff. So Griff needs to beat a 13. 19 on the die. So yeah, Griff comes up and swings his axe, and he misses, and then the king tries to swipe his claws at Griff, and he he dodges it and gets by. So that brings us back to Kabira.
Would you like a boost or
Yes, please.
okay.
Or you can
Um
just attack him outright. I mean, this is kind of her quest. So if she wants, if she's got it in for him and wants to go after him, that's fine as well. But if you want to boost Einar and
yeah, are you going in close or are you staying kind of ranged?
I've been staying ranged, but I can go in close. It doesn't matter. I still have the poison on the spear. I just haven't, like, I've been using that shield wall to protect me. I've been using that protection, but after seeing Griff go running up, he may pull his spear and go running in. And I've already got a +2 on the spear on the damage. What'd you have in mind?
Um I was well, I was thinking of just giving you a general +1. But I also have one that I was looking at called Bear's Claws, which is an extra 1d6 to melee damage. You're just like a little bit more vicious in melee.
Okay. Speaking of that, let me see what. Oh, that would be with the bear. Where is?
I don't know if you are planning on frenzying if you're gonna attack him, but
Becoming the bear, the wearer may frenzy without the use of berserker herbs once per day. Add +1 level of fatigue after combat. Armor -D4. So it just drops his armor down. Not my armor, but his. Like if I go to attack him, it makes it. He takes a -D4 to his armor.
mm-hmm.
Um, I would have thought that frenzy would have done more than that, but considering it's going to give me fatigue, but
Yeah, you would think.
I mean the D4. That's. I mean, of course, you can always roll a 1, but
I mean, I guess it's not nothing, but it's like not a lot considering that you're taking a penalty for it afterwards.
I'm gonna go ahead and like I'm apologies to my buddy that wrote this. He's been awesome, Chris Williams. I'm gonna say that gives me advantage on an attack. I'm just gonna say that gives me, I get to roll twice, and that's not a thing in this game for anybody watching. I'm totally making this stuff up. When Jenna is in the game,
I make my own rules.
the rules go out the window. So why should that just apply to her? So I'm gonna say frenzy will give me advantage. I get to roll twice and take the benefit. Which doesn't seem overpowered. It's not like an automatic hit or an automatic crit or anything. It's, I still have to roll, but so yeah, he will frenzy and jump at this guy with his spear. That's what his next move is going to be. So whatever you want to do with that, feel free.
Your next move is to frenzy and jump at. Okay.
Yep.
Well then, yeah, I think extra damage at that point would. Let's give you Bear's Claws.
That makes sense since you guys took out the rune bear together.
That's what I'm saying.
So what does that give me there?
That is an extra D6 melee damage on top of whatever, or an extra D6 damage on top of whatever you're already doing.
All right. So yeah, he is going to pull his spear. He's going to frenzy, and he's going to charge across the room and leap through the air and come down with his spear. And like I said, we're going to. It's going to be an advantage. So that's a 19 on the first one, which is obviously a hit. And that's a 1 on the second one. So we're going to go with that 19. So that would be a 21 to hit, which far surpasses his attack DR. So here we go with the spear. That is 7 points of damage, plus the 2 for poison. So that's 9 points of damage, plus another D6, you said?
Yes.
All right, yeah. He brings this spear down. He leaps through the air like in 300, and brings the spear down and like plants it in the heretic king's chest, and does 10 points of damage. Not bad for old Einar.
Not bad at all.
Griff will swing his battle axe once again. And Griff misses with a 5. Joran will shoot his bow. But that is a hit with a 16 on the die. So 19 to hit. Five points of damage. And he soaks 1. So that is another 4 points of damage. Oh man, we are doing it. We're doing it. He will claw. Red, it is Einar. Blue, it is Griff. Blue, it is Griff. He tries to claw at Griff again. Let's roll the bloodstone for this one. That is a 6 on the die. That is a miss. He again swipes at Griff, and Griff dodges it. We're back to Kabira. He has 6 hit points.
He has 6 hit points. Okay, well then in that case, let's just do. How on earth did you get him down to 6 hit points, bro? Let's do the last River's Purity. Let's just do one final F you, dude.
Okay. So give me 3d4.
Which could take him out right there, but it could maybe not. We'll see. All right.
And it could stun him for a round. And
that is a 4, a 2, and a 1. That is 7 points of damage.
All right. And that's magical, so it bypasses his armor. So he falls. And the 4 of us are left standing in this throne room, looking at these dead bodies. And maybe there's other. Maybe he summoned other Draugr and they were coming up, and we take them out. And I'm not going to belabor it. But his body dissolves, but his helm is left sitting on this throne. And Einar kind of points at it and says, "Is this what you were after?"
What? No. I don't want his clothing. I wanted him gone. You can have, as I said, you can have the trinkets. I wanted to deal with the pest.
Well, it appears he is dealt with. If you don't want this helm, I will take it. It will. I mean, if nothing else, it will give me. It'll give me more power in going into. When I go back to my village, it may give me more. It may give me a bonus. It may give me an advantage when I go for my revenge.
Have it. It means nothing to me.
Which it will. This is kind of cool. This vile helm radiates a dark and foreboding aura that affects everyone around you while you wear it. While worn, +2 to enemy morale checks. Fearless enemies treated as morale 10. And a +1 to initiative rolls. And then -4 on NPC reaction rolls, -2 to hunting, -1 favor point per day. So every day I wear this thing, it's going to be a -1 favor. After a day of wearing it, a number of Draugr equal to my presence, which my presence is +3. So every day that I wear it, 3 Draugr will begin to follow me. They do not attack me unless I attack them. Each round, I can command them in combat, but I must make a DR13 presence test each round or they do nothing. Any Draugr who die in combat are replaced within D3 days. If you remove the helmet, any Draugr followers will attack immediately. You lose initiative. So this is okay. So there's some serious bonuses here, but there's some serious negatives here as well.
I am noticing that. Yeah.
This is just like that. I want to, and like we're wrapping this up. We're just gonna end it a little early this evening. But we were going to do the legendary wolf encounter, and then I realized that it says in the book that you're not supposed to do the bear and the wolf. I wanted to share with Jenna if you get this fang. If you kill the wolf and you take its fang as a dagger, a burning bright red rune manifests somewhere highly visible on your body. Attempts to cover it will be unsuccessful. NPC reactions are at a -2. Once gaining this rune, if you ever fumble with fang, treat it as a critical hit against yourself, including potential armor damage. You spook regular wolves, they forfeit initiative, lose the pursuit trait, and morale is reduced to 5 against you. After 5 kills with Fang, you gain a chaos modifier. Each morning, flip a coin. Heads, all test and attack, not defense, rolls are improved by D3. On the tails, all test and attack rolls are worsened by D3. And it goes like there's after 10 kills, After 20, 25, 50, 75, 100. After 100 kills, the spirit of the wolf burns within you, and your anger for the cruel whims of the gods grows stronger. Your hate grows. Your hate gives you an additional D8 damage bonus against gods. Strength, toughness, and agility each gain D3 points. Presence is lowered by the total number of points gained in the other stats. Your critical range is increased by additional +1. You may no longer be broken.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like that dagger is exactly something Kabira would be like interested in possessing, but it literally says in the book you can't do the bear and the wolf in the same game. And that is why. Between the bear skin armor is pretty pretty OP already. So adding that dagger to the mix would probably be a little bit much. But so yeah, that so what would so they I would assume they probably dig their way through this crypt and deal with any other Draugr that are laying about, and any treasure that is anywhere to be found. They find it. Let's see if Griff gets his bow back. I'll do the same thing I did for Einar. Blue, he gets his bow back. Red, he doesn't find it for some strange reason. 2 blue, 1 red. Griff recovers his bow. It got knocked across the room, and he manages to go over and find it. So he is back to he has his full set. But yeah, I imagine they're not going to try. I don't imagine that they would want to sleep inside this crypt.
Mm-mm.
So they will make their way back out into the swamp. What does
Kabira
Kabira?
doesn't wait for you either. She once the lich is dead, she goes, good riddance. And she sends out this big kind of gust of wind that sort of all the dust and the bugs and the bleh that was around in here, she kind of sweeps it out a little bit, cleans it out towards the entrance, and she just looks back at you and you've done well, child. I might call on you again. And she just kind of hobbles, a little old lady hobble away, she's not interested in any of the things you find. She doesn't know what your name is. She doesn't care.
I will say, I mean, I don't know that if you're we'll have to figure out a when you can play again. But there is a section on the map in which there is an ancient dragon.
Ooh.
And at the end of this encounter, there's a full page that just says run. So maybe we'll go a couple more sessions, and Kabira can make another appearance, and we go after this dragon.
You better get yourself some more NPCs before you do that one, though.
But well, I mean, now I'm gonna have an army of Draugr following me around.
Yeah, you need to wait a couple days then, just to.
So yeah, again, we're kind of playing fast and loose with the rules. When Jen and I are in a game together, we kind of just play as we see fit. So this isn't exactly how Chris Williams wrote Kinless, but we like to have fun here. And when I'm playing the solo version of this, when I'm playing on my own, I try to kind of stick to the rules a little bit more. But but I also love having Jenna come and sit in with me when we can.
I only stick to the
So
rules when it suits me.
yeah, and that's not it just in this game. That's in all the games. So I think that's going to do it for us this evening. Jenna, what are we going to be seeing any Starforged in the near future?
I hope so. We're still. I don't have a lot of time in my life.
There's
And
things going on.
it would be very irresponsible of me to spend as much time gaming as my heart wants me to. But I really want to get back into it. That's the I love playing Blades in the Dark with you guys, and I really miss doing Beta Proxima. Those are like the two things that I'm like, man, I was doing a bunch of stuff before that, but I feel like a lot of that can wait. The things that I want to pick back up, Starforged and Blades in the Dark. We'll get
I'm
there.
looking. I would be excited to get back into our standard Blazing the carrying crew that you were running, but I would love to get back into 68.
I know
Like,
you would. I wouldn't be very good at running 68, but I was considering maybe playing standard Blades, but we make a different crew. And just that, because we've been going like real in the like spooky route, and we haven't really explored any of the other just regular criminal stuff. And I don't know if we're interested, but I've kind of been wondering, like, I wonder. Nothing says we can go back to carrying crew anytime we want, but
yeah. I mean, we could still be the carrying crew. I mean, the way we've set it all up is
that there's
like,
just tons of people.
yeah, different characters and different players and stuff. So we could set it up to where it's still carrying crew. It's just we're different, a different crew. I actually haven't heard from Brandon in a minute, so I don't know if he's available at the moment. So we could bring in another couple of players and just start a new crew. Um, or we could go back to carrying crew. I'm fine with that as well. But I just really love 68. That's my jam. So, but
We had a lot
but
of fun with it.
yeah, even with that, I mean, we had a lot of fun with Kinless as well. Or not Kinless, but with standard blades. I mean, it's always a blast. So, um, but yeah, I just posted a link to the Film Gamer Party. That's where Jenna plays Starforge over there. Vanessa is running Colossal, and also the world's best Wednesday morning talk show, Morning Initiative, is also there. So you
And
can
Wild
follow them
Thing started
there.
up too.
And yes, and every other Sunday night coming.
Vanessa has already started the like GM prep kind of sessions.
Yes.
So now
Yeah.
we're getting into like one-shot character introductions. But it's already going basically.
Yeah, they're introducing a campaign of Wild Sea, which is going to be interesting to say the least. So you can follow them over there on their Twitch channel, and as I said, if you want to join us over on the Random Encounters Guild, there's a link there. You can join in with us and maybe join our Blades in the Dark game if you're interested, or we've got other games cooking. We've always got something on the in the works. So if you would like to join us and play in some of our games, please do. And also our YouTube channel. These shenanigans will be uploaded tomorrow morning all over on the YouTube channel. So yeah. I think that's going to be it for us this evening. Jenna, thank you once again for joining me. I always love having you at my digital table. Hopefully, one day we can play in person. I
That would
don't
be
know
cool.
of
I'd like
I
that.
don't know of much that would make me happier than getting the guild together in person. But but yeah, I don't know that there is anyone going right now that we could raid. Let me double check before we sign off for the evening. Uh, just nope. There's not. Nobody's going this evening, so we're just going to call it an evening. And thank you for joining us. And I'm not sure what's going on next weekend if we haven't figured something out about Traveler uh, or our
Kevin will be
next game.
back by then, so we'll
Oh, yeah,
I'm
Kevin
sure.
should be home tonight from Gen Con. I'm sure he flew out this afternoon. Um, but I don't know if he's planning to do like a session 0 or anything like that. So if we don't have anything going on, we'll be back with more Kinless. And you'll probably be stuck with just me. So apologize for that, but uh, either way, there'll be something here on the channel, and we will see you Sunday night. And I guess that's going to do it for us this evening. So yeah, say good night, Jenna.
Good night, Jenna.